Library of Congress was founded in 1800. So we are the oldest federal culture organization. I'm Helena Zinkham, the Director for Collections and Services here at the library. And that means I have the privilege of welcoming you today. So we've had a very exciting fall. From the moment when Howard Buffett called up and said, "What do you think? Are you all good enough to take care of the Rosa Parks collection?" And I'm teasing, of course.
We said, heck yeah.
As the National Library for the United States, as the home for amazing African-American historical documents, music, maps, newspapers, we have it all here. And between our great strength in African-American history, but also our commitment that the research documents, the original proof of the history, will be preserved for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years and be made available to people. It's not just locked away in a vault. It doesn't just go on display at certain moments like a museum. It's here for people to come and visit. Or, we hope, we'll talk about that some, visit a few of the documents online, if we can do that too.
The Rosa Parks papers are anchored in the manuscript division. The collection consists of roughly 7,000 items spanning the period 1890 to about 2005. This is an early letter from a relative, I believe a cousin in Detroit named Jan, dated June 4th, 1948, that also talks about family that has settled in Detroit. There's also a letter that follows that Rosa wrote to her mother during her speaking tour with the Montgomery Improvement Association, NAACP, dated May 19, 1956, in which she visits New York and she reports on staying with Thurgood Marshall. We also have Raymond Park's 1957 barber's license. He learned the trade of barber in Alabama. I also have a postcard from Martin Luther King that was sent to Rosa Parks when he was on a trip to London, and that is dated in 1957. Because she talks about sitting up with her grandfather, and he's got grandpop, she calls him, he's got a shotgun, and looking forward to being able to shoot some Ku Klux Klanners. And this account that we think that these writings were the basis for the memoir that she did, for other perhaps references to her early life that she may have had in speeches, but we get more detail here than we see in my story. Okay, this is Montgomery Bus Boycott. We have a lot of material. These are her personal reflections on it. This is an interview with Aubrey Williams, the liberal Southern newspaper publisher. This is her prayers, both written in programs and written on pieces of notepaper. Her activism post-Montgomery, this is related to the Pathways program.
Yes. Rosa Parks empowers the average person to know that in simple acts, God uses us to do incredible things. Rosa Parks and her really humble and peaceful demeanor now lets us know that we don't have to be prideful, boisterous, to be strong, to be progressive, to move our people forward, and to find a greater level of respect and humanity.
I'm Helena Zinkham, Director for Collections and Services at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. And I've had a wonderful time today working with the directors of the Parks Institute as we remembered Mrs. Parks on this Martin Luther King birthday. She inspired him, but she also continues to inspire all of us today. The stories were terrific. Having the Rosa Parks collection come to the Library of Congress last fall, all the parts just came together. Her spirit, it felt like it was in the room.
As far as I can remember, during my lifetime, I resisted the idea of being mistreated and pushed around because of my race. and I felt that all people should be free regardless of their color. And when the driver demanded that we give up this seat, I felt that the time had come to not take it anymore. I had had enough, and this was truly the end of being pushed around. Sweet Jesus.